get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna hop straight into it because F copyright. F copyright, man. I can't play the good music. I can't play the good music, so. But before we really get started, no music today, man. No music today. But before we really get started, I want to say thank you for all the peeps who have liked, shared, commented. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate all the love that I've been getting. I got 42 subscribers on YouTube. I got I got almost 100 followers on TikTok. So I've been pushing those heavy. I've been pushing those heavy. We're not doing dances. We're not doing dances. Like who got 76 followers on TikTok and ain't done no dances. Nobody, cause I'm providing that great content. I'm providing great mentorship, just a snippet of it. I'm giving you knowledge. I'm giving you entertainment. I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all. I am doing it all. And I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. Nobody love, streaming. Nobody love, you know, nobody love, nobody love Nobody love doing what I do. Like nobody love it more than I do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody streams less consistently, but I'm dropping shorts every day. Like one stream, I'm dropping a lot of knowledge that we are experiencing at the time. Like this knowledge is gonna push us, motivate us. But before I get into like the main meat of this live stream, let me talk about the topics of today. So, from the start, our topics for today, the title of today's stream is called Preparation. Preparation. Preparation, man. Preparation. You gotta be prepared, man. You gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared. Gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared. So, what is preparation? What is preparation? So I'm gonna be talking about, I'm gonna preach for a little bit before we really get into it for real. Preparation. Preparation. You gotta be prepared. A lot of people are not prepared. You're not prepared for greatness. You're not prepared to put in work. That's why you're not doing great. You're not doing good. Preparation. Let's get a definition going, man. Let's get a definition. Get the definition going, man.
Preparation.
Preparation. That's how you properly pronounce it. Preparation. Okay, let's get started. This is gonna be the word of the day is preparation. Is getting ready. Getting ready. We have to learn. We gotta know how to get ready in the stock market. You gotta know how to get ready. But before I get into this preparation, kind of want to, shout out to my YouTube channel, man. Give me some love, man. I know like YouTube has been, choking my videos, man. Like I've been not getting my views that I needed, but drop some likes, man. Share, give them some love, man. Dropping a lot of knowledge out here on YouTube, and I'm dropping it all for the free ski. So give me some love on YouTube and TikTok. So that's where my main platforms are. But so today's topics are preparation. I'm gonna get into preparation in a little bit, but also gonna be talking about the 5 things I've learned from back testing 100 days in 2025. I back tested 100 days in 2025, and I'll continue to back test 100 days. This is all my results from back testing 100 days in 2025. Like wow, like I've learned so much. Like I feel like 100 days I've learned, like I've experienced every emotion. I've experienced hunger, I feel greed, I experienced so many emotions. But before I get into that, also I'm gonna be going over what's currently going on in the stock market. I know we are in Trump's era of the stock market where we are dealing with tariffs, we are dealing with so many things that can, make the market go up and down, and we are in a very uncertain time of the stock market, which is good. This is where the money is made. Money is made when we are in uncertainty. Oh, this is. Let me edit this. This is 05. Yeah, we in an uncertain market, and that's good. This is where the money is made. You know what I'm saying? Market head in any direction. Before the elections, like market was just on a straight bull run. We were making higher highs, higher highs. Now we are creating lower lows. Now we're seeing like we're kind of consolidating, and we are heading into the summer busy period. This is where the bulls, this is where the volatile market starts during summer. And this is where I wanted to bring in preparation. Gotta be prepared during the summer. We're gonna see a lot of volatility in the market. So we want to be prepared. We want to be prepared. And I'm gonna do a back test at the end of the stream. So grab your popcorn. It's gonna be a great stream. Hold on, let me go just chatting. Grab your popcorn. It's gonna be a great stream. Like it's gonna be nothing but fire and love, man. I appreciate for the people coming through. I appreciate for your likes and whatever you gotta do. But let's freaking get it. Uganda Force. If all the copyright, y'all piss me off. Damn near slowing down my YouTube growth. Screw them copyrights. I thought I could play music whenever, but no, copyrights suck. But all right, let's get it. Let's get into it. But before I get into it, let's let's start off with preparation. Preparation. What is preparation? What is preparing for something?
Preparation.
Preparation. That's the proper way of pronouncing it. Preparation. So with preparation, we are always gonna have to be ready. You're always gonna get ready in life, no matter what stage of life. We always gonna be preparing for something, right? As kids, we were preparing for school. Then we enter school. We were preparing for college. Then we get into college. We're prepared for the workplace, and when in the workplace, we're preparing for taking on the manager role or being a leadership. And then after you achieve all that and you were in a position, and after you get old enough, you're gonna be getting your ass prepared for death. So we always, preparation is gonna be a part of our lives no matter what we do. You're gonna have to wake up in the morning and prepare every day. Clean up, brush your teeth, comb your hair, preparation. So putting things together, putting ourselves together, preparation. That's how we always gotta be prepared. So it's no different in trading. We always gonna have to be prepared. And there's three different levels of preparation I want to talk about in trading. So the first level of preparation is, this is gonna be, I'll start from the small and then I end up on a grand scale of things. So let me start off with the micro level of preparation. So the first thing of preparing in trading is that we as traders gonna have to prepare our mindset. That's the smallest thing of of our preparation. We have to get prepared. Like, I know where education is important, but education doesn't mean nothing if you don't have the right mindset in trading. We have to prepare our mindset for each trade, individual trade, each outcome. We have to prepare. So if this goes wrong, if it goes right, we're gonna have to prepare for the next step. That's on the micro level. So you're gonna have to prepare on every single trade you take. You're gonna have to prepare for every single outcome. This is on the smaller scale of preparation. So when you even taking a trade on this micro level, you're gonna have to prepare every single outcome of that trade. And if you don't get prepared, you're gonna see yourself in a position where you are lost. You are taking more losses than you expected to because you're not prepared. You weren't prepared for those losses. Or you're gonna see yourself where you're quitting. You're doing what an average person does. You just quit and move on and go back to whatever you're doing because you were not prepared. So we gonna have to prepare. My eyes not messing with this light. There, I feels way better. So we're gonna have to be prepared on a smaller micro level. So every single trade we take, we're gonna have to prepare for each outcome. And then after that, on a mindset level, you're gonna have to prepare for the emotional aspect of trading. The ups and downs. The ups and downs. You're gonna have to be prepared for that. You're gonna be prepared for a losing streak. Be prepared for a winning streak. Because when you're prepared for something, you're gonna do better. You're gonna manage it better. You're gonna manage it better. You're gonna manage it better. Secondly, the granular thing, we're gonna have to prepare our goals. Prepare our goals. Prepare your goals. Have them prepared. Small, short term, long term, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. You're gonna have to prepare for that too. Trading is we gonna be preparing ourselves to a point where like we have to plan everything through thoroughly. You have to plan it through thoroughly till the end. Cause this is even this stream. I had to prepare it. I had to write notes down that I'm following somewhat. Or I had to put bullet points down while I'm following. So we're gonna have to put together something. I put together this stream. I had a topic in mind because if you see my last live stream, I say YOLO stream. I didn't prepare and did not go where I wanted. There was no structure. There was none. There was no topic to bring up. My mind was everywhere. I was going left to right, right to left. There was no preparation. So we're gonna have to prepare ourselves. We're going to have to prepare ourselves in every single aspect of life. That includes trading. That includes the trade you put on. If you over leverage, you better be prepared for the consequences of your trade if you over leveraging. If you're not happy with your results, be prepared. You got to change the way you trade by preparing a different way to gain more. But also you're gonna be prepared to lose more too. That's how trading works. Or you just gotta be prepared to trade smarter, where you are taking more out of a trade. So everything we're gonna have to we are going to be preparing in every single aspect of trading. So that means you prepare on every single thing as trading. So before you take a trade, do you feel like you're prepared? Did you feel like you educated? That was educated. You prepared for it educatedly. You were prepared for that trade. I don't want to take a trade because you were just gambling. I took a trade because I was prepared. I know where my price action was. I know what's going on in the news. I'm prepared for the outcome of this trade. If I lose, I'm prepared what's going to happen next. If I win, I'm prepared the next step I'm going to be doing. So that's what I'm talking about. Let's go to images, man. Preparation, man. Preparation. Even like when you do sports, even do when you are doing sports, you're gonna have to prepare. You're gonna practice. Also practice back testing. Also back testing is key when you're preparing something. So that's how that like when you go track meet or basketball, those athletes are constantly getting themselves prepared. They are practicing every other day. I don't know how often they practice. They practice almost 5 days a week. So why are you not preparing yourself like that? We gotta look at if you want to be a successful trader, you have to look at yourself like you're a professional athlete, you're gonna have to put in time, because the more you prepared, the more you will profit, the more you will gain from the stock market. But the less you're prepared, the less you let things become weighing in by chance, you're going to be lost. You're going to be cooked. You're going to be cooked. Like, you're going to be cooked because you're not prepared for what's going on in the market. You're going to just go in there. You're not going to have any type of practice. That's why it's good to back test. And segueing that into my my achievement this year, we are I have back tested for 105 days ongoing. I'm trying to do 365 or 360 in 2025. And I want to show you, I want to say 5 things I've learned about myself and I've learned about the markets. So I have 10 things total that I've learned. There's gonna be 5 things I learned about the market, and then 5 things I've learned about myself. So the first thing is, when back testing, this is key. This even comes in when you're preparing for trading. Every single instrument moves different. Like, every time I started back testing a new stock, a new index, I had to adjust on how the price moves. So price moves differently. Some stocks, some indices respect. Some indices respect support and resistance, and some don't. Some other stocks consolidate a little longer, and some barely consolidate. So the first thing I learned is that not all stocks, indexes, commodities, NFTs move similar. Some are not gonna, like, some stocks are not gonna respect your support and resistance. So know your strategy, that your strategy is not gonna work for all stocks. That's the first. That's the second thing about. That's the second thing I learned about. Um, that's the second thing I learned about trading. About what I learned about the market. The first thing is that all price moves in different cadences. The second thing I've learned is that your strategy is not going to work on all stock all stock price stock stocks. It's not going to work on all stocks. It's not going to work on all indices. Let me start over. Actually, let me get a water break because I'm actually thirsty. I'll be right back. Mine was getting a little foggy. Okay. Did a little mental refresh. Okay. So back to what I was saying. I'll be back testing for 100 days in 2025, and I've learned 5 things about myself and then 5 things about the market. So starting off with the 5 things about the market. Not all price, not all stocks. When I say stocks, I'm referring to stocks, indices, futures, um, forex pairs, options. Not all they'll move the same. They might move in the same direction at the same time, but they don't move the same. They don't respect your they don't all move the same. Some consolidate longer than they need to, some don't barely consolidate, some just some prices just go. The second thing I've learned is that your strategy is not going to work on all. I'm not going to say all. I'm going to say your strategy win percentage is going to vary but what you are trading. Yes. Your strategy is going to vary. Like your win percentage is going to vary based on what you're trading. So it's very key to understand what you are trading. That's why it's good to be prepared. That's why it's good to backtest your strategy against whatever you plan on trading. So it is very difficult to just hop in something and just trade it right away because you don't understand it. You're not familiar with how the price moves. The third thing I've learned about the market is that you gonna have to let price be. You cannot control how a price moves. When I say price, by the way, I am talking about when I say price, I am talking about like just stocks in general. Like you can't control it. Like you cannot control it. You cannot control price. You're gonna be more. You're gonna need patience. You're gonna need patience. You're gonna need to sit on your hands. Sometimes it's good to not trade than over trade, and you can't force price a certain direction. And that's on the stock. That's on P. I don't know what P is. That's on price. You're gonna have to respect it. You can't force it to move. Fourth thing I've learned is that during during news events, like or when the market closes, anything can happen when the market closes. Anything can happen. Let's say you're holding the contract overnight and news drops after the market close. You could have a stop loss at a certain level. But let me tell you, if price goes way past your stop loss, way past it, and it's the market is closed. Sorry, my guy, but your stop loss was busted, and you can't do anything about it. So that's just you got to understand like that's a part of trading. Like it sucks, balls. It's great when you wake up when price overnight gaps up. There was some great news that dropped after market close, and now you're way into the money. But also can happen the opposite way where you holding a contract and you have a stop loss on the dollar amount you want to lose. But if the market just shoots down overnight at a level that, it blows it makes your contract invalid, that's a part of it. So the market can go either way. You don't know what news event can happen overnight, and price can move in any direction at night. We can't control that. The second thing, the last and final thing, what I've learned about the stock market is that you're gonna miss more opportunities. So many things are going on. You're not gonna catch all the opportunities in the market. But also, there's so many opportunities where you or us can get caught up on missing a move because there's so many opportunities. It's gonna bless us with opportunities, but also we're not gonna catch every single opportunity. So many opportunities. That's why you can't get caught up on one missing on the last opportunity. So the first thing I've said is that about a stock is that no matter how similar a stock might be moving, they all they have their own price perspective. Every stock, every option, every index, every futures, they move on their own cadence. They respect their own levels. They have different levels. So just know that. And then the second thing I've learned is that your trading your strategy is not gonna work, or it's your win rate is gonna change based off of what you're trading. So a lot of times you might be trading the wrong instrument. You might not be trading the right thing. So look into how you doing on a certain on a certain stock, on a certain indexy. Look at it and think like, is this win rate? I'm having better win rate on this certain stock. And for instance, like me trading a video, I might have a 60% win rate, but when I go trade Google, my win rate is only 20, 30%. Just knowing that, you got to know when to pick. Like, okay, I'm going to stick to what is making me my cheddar. Yeah. Third thing is, we cannot control the market. You can't force it. We cannot force the stock market. We can't force the stock market. Can't force it. Can't force it. Can't force it. I'm gonna write that down. Can't force price to move. First thing I learned is that all price moves at its own wishes. Second, your strategy doesn't, or win rate is different from other prices. Then the third thing is, we there's there's plenty of opportunity. There's plenty of opportunity. Plenty, plenty, plenty. There's plenty of opportunity, and you're gonna miss more than what you catch. But you cannot let that stop you from looking for more opportunities. Excuse me that I'm writing. I don't mean to. I'm trying to make sure I got this down. Then the last thing I've learned is it's good to be patient. Be patient about the price. Let it come to you. And sitting on the hands is key. Can't force it. Can't force it. So the first thing is that all price moves different. Each stock has its own movement. That's one thing I've learned. Second thing is that our strategy doesn't work for all stock prices and stocks. Third thing I've learned is that there's plenty of opportunities, and you're going to miss more than what you catch. But guess what? Don't let your misses tear you down. There's going to be more opportunities. You got to be prepared. You got to prepare yourself for the next opportunity. The fourth thing is that you can't force the market to move. You can't move the market. You can't move the market unless you Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates. Can't move the market. And then the last thing I've learned is that let price be. Let it move. Let it be. Sit. Be patient with it. Let it come to you. We're preparing for our moves, but you gotta let it come to you. You gotta be prepared. You gotta be patient. Boom. And that's the 5 things I've learned about the stock market and price. Me back testing for 100 days. That's what I've learned. Now back to me. The 5 things I've learned about myself. The 5 things I've learned about myself. One is I I hate I hate losing. I hate losing. I hate losing. I hate losing. But you said losing is a part of trading. Yes, but I'm human. Like I'm a sore loser. I'm a sore loser. I hate losing, man. I hate losing. I despise losing in trading. I despise losing in trading. I despise it. But I gotta be prepared. I gotta prepare myself to lose. I gotta know like not every single trade's gonna go my way. I hate losing, and backtesting low key got me more comfortable with losing because it is what it is. Like there's always gonna be plenty of opportunity. Because if I get caught up on one loss, I'll probably gonna miss 10 wins in the future. If I get caught up too long on one loss, I'm gonna miss 10 wins in the future. I hate losing. Nobody likes to lose. But with me backtesting, I've learned that it's a part of the game. And you gotta get comfortable with losing. Honestly, you're gonna have to be getting comfortable with losing. That's why one thing I gotta get comfortable with losing. Because it's a part of the game. You cannot escape it. It's like going to play basketball, right? Like even the best shooters miss. Like it's a part of the game. Even like the best teams, they gonna like let's even the best teams like go through law. They lose. Like look at trading like a NBA season. There's like 80 some games. There's gonna be some game. There's gonna be a game where you not hitting nothing. You gonna just lose. And just being comfortable and not letting those losses tear you down emotionally where you constantly now you throw everything away. You got to stay focused through the losses. Okay, second thing I've learned is that I have bad anxiety. Market kind of scares me. There's a chapter in Trading in the Zone talks about the kid who gets bit by a dog. At first, he was curious. He did not know, if the dog can harm him. But once the dog has harmed him, like he's scared of the dog. He's scared of dogs, all dogs. Even though all dogs are not evil, that one dog that bit him, he still has that fear, innate fear, that anxiety. So even when the kid gets over his fear of dogs, he still has that anxiety of dogs biting him or harming him. The stock market is the same way. And I'm that little kid, At first, when we start trading, like we have no fear of the market, we just think money, money, money. But then, you blow a account. That's getting bitten. Like, whoa. So we're gonna have to get, it's like you gotta get over that, like the fear or the anxiety of losing, because it's possible, it's there, like it's there. And like the way our human brains work is that we tend to stay away. We tend to stay away. We tend to stay away from things that hurt us, we tend to stay away from things that hurt us. Like we tend to have more fear. Let's say, for example, you in a relationship with somebody and they do you wrong. Like they do you wrong, right? But you know how hard it is. Our brain is gonna be like, we can't fully trust or even have fun with this person because we know what they're capable of. They might be a nice person, but then we know that we have that anxiety, being around them. We cannot fully trust them. We cannot fully, that anxiety. We cannot fully trust and about the anxiety. So that's one thing I've learned is that there's anxiety in trading, anxiety. Like his story, like in trading in the zone, he said it best. Once we get hurt by the market, because we all, if you're a trader, you have been hurt by the market. You have been hurt, but it's like we gotta get comfortable with it. There's like that nature of us staying away. That's why like trading, there's so few who get successful because they have gotten over that hurt fully, where they enjoy it, where they fully enjoyed it. Not there's no back of their heads. There's no losses doesn't hurt them. So being human, we're gonna be scared. We're gonna be having that fear in the back of our heads that I can go here and lose 10. Even back testing, I'm like, man, sometimes I don't even want to back test. You know why? Because I just have the anxiety of losing, and that's crazy. That's crazy. So we gonna I learned to get over that. Just when we go into the market, we know our rules. We just give it what the market gives us. Let me write that down. So, third thing I learned about myself is that I have to follow my rules. I gotta follow my rules. Got to follow them. Got to follow them. Have to follow them. Have to follow them. You have to follow your rules. You have to follow your rules all the way. Have to follow them. Yeah, you have to follow them. Like might be. You have to follow them. Follow your rules all the way. Follow your rules all the way. Gotta follow them. Gotta follow them. And I've looked at 3 rules when I backtest now. I have 3 rules for myself. You know, like I'm kind of hard headed. Ain't gonna lie, hard headed. Follow them rules. That's what I've learned, man. You gotta follow the rules, man. If you are not following any rules, you're just out here trading whatever you see. But following rules is following your strategy, following your discipline. Just follow it, man. And that's one thing I learned about myself. Just following them damn rules. Like it's like I write it on when I back test. This material. Let's go. I have it right here. Simple. Buy above resistance, sell below support. Don't FOMO trade. Don't get simpler than that. It doesn't get simpler than that. Literally, does not get any simpler. And then for my fourth thing I've learned is trade what's comfortable to me. Trade what's comfortable to you. I don't trade like somebody else, man. Because if you keep changing up, keep doing this and that, bruh, your win rate gonna go everywhere. Your win rate is gonna be everywhere in the gutter or down the street in the toilet. So trade what you're comfortable with. Trade with what you're comfortable with. Believe it. Believe it. Trade what you're comfortable with. Don't don't go around like just trade what you're comfortable with. If you learn a strategy, if someone tells you, you know, do like this and you do it and it works for you, just trade what works for you. Don't be doing what other people are doing because it's popular right now. Trade what you're comfortable with. Trade what you're comfortable with. And the last thing I learned about myself, I gotta take risk. You have to take risk for trading. You're gonna have to take risk. Gonna have to take risk. This end of the day, you're gonna have to take risk. Don't be afraid. So calculate your risk, but don't be afraid to not risk, man. You're gonna have to risk. It takes money. It takes money to make money. It takes money to make money. And then like on top of it, I got a sub bullet point on number 5 is prepare your capital. So make sure you're preparing your capital. So get some money, man. Can't trade without it, bro. Yeah, that's the 5 things I learned about myself. So for number 1, I hate losing, but I had to get comfortable with it because it's a part of trading. I'm human. I'm a sore loser. Like ask whoever plays me in any sports. I hate losing. I hate losing. But with trading, I gotta get used to losing or comfortable with it. Get comfortable to losing because it's a part of the game. You cannot win every single trade. You cannot be 100% of every trade we take. Number 2, there's anxiety. I have anxiety that I had to get over when it comes to trading and back testing because we all been hurt by the market and I'm human. Like those losses gets to a point where subconsciously we don't want to do it no more, you know? So it's tough. It gets hurtful. It gets hurtful. But we're gonna have to play with the dog. Like the example I said about the kid who got bitten by a dog before, he didn't know the amount of pain the dog can cause. But now he gets the courage enough to get back and play with a dog. But he now in the back of his head knows that the dog can hurt him. But we're gonna still, we still have that anxiety in the back of our minds. My example was, when you are in a relationship with somebody or a friendship that they do you wrong and they are trying to fix it, but you give them a second chance. Back of our minds, we have the anxiety of what they're capable of and the pain they can cause. So we're gonna have to be careful, and that's how we gotta treat the stock market. And then the third thing is we have to follow our rules. I have three simple rules. My rules is buy above resistance, sell below support, and don't FOMO trade. So if I miss a trade, I'm not gonna chase that trade. I'm gonna let price do its thing because it missed me. Even like when price moves overnight and I'm not in it, I'm not gonna try to buy and try to do some FOMOing. That's FOMOing, not chasing trades. I'm letting trades come to me, getting into it the right time of the market. The fourth thing is that you have to get comfortable with losing. Like, get comfortable with losing. Just get comfortable with trading too. No, 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 not losing. Get comfortable with your trading style. Just get comfortable with it. Like, this is like your science. It is your Bible. Whatever. Every time you look at a market, every time you look at a stock, whatever, you gotta get comfortable with it, and you gotta be locked in with it. Gotta be locked in with it. And then the last thing I learned about myself while back testing for the past 100 days is you gonna have to take risks, man. You're gonna have to take some risk, and you're gonna have to take some risk, man, because it's not gonna, no risk. You not putting nothing on the line. It's not gonna pay off. So you're gonna have to take some risk. That's it. That's the lesson for the day, man. I'm excited about that. But let's quickly get into what's going on the market. What's going on in the market? So I know we're in the Trump era of trading right now. Excuse me, let me get some water. What is Trump talking about? President Trump once again went after the Federal Reserve on Tuesday, saying, "I I have a third person who's really not doing a good job." Nasdaq futures waver with a big tech earnings on deck. Uh oh. Uh oh. Wait, 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 wait. Bro, look how many earnings. Oh, how did Starbucks do? Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, let's go to uh red list. Not Starbucks. Oh no. Starbucks sucked. Oh no. Starbucks getting cooked. That was not a good earnings. It is earnings. It's earnings. It is earnings. Oh my gosh. Where have I been? Okay, MO. How did MO do? Okay. That's better. That's good. Go back to MO. I think MO's in the earnings. Nah. Orange list. Oh, ETF. Nope. Dividend investing, man. MO. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I love that price. Keep testing this resistance right here. Beautiful resistance. Also, we can't forget that price is showing weakness, but with good earnings. Oh, well, we missed revenue though, but we had better earnings though. Price gonna break above this $60. I would like price to break above this level, this dollar level right here. Move this up, this down a little bit. So let's mark it for the people at home. This is the resistance. It's doing a little technical analysis right quick. Support. Boom. So is price gonna or price can go down because look, we already have that. Okay. Pfizer. Missed earnings. Hilton, missed earnings. Dang, Q1 was tough. What is this? Starbucks about to get cooked. Oh, Robinhood is tomorrow. Shout out Robinhood. Q1 earnings dropping in tomorrow. Ain't gonna lie. How's the hood looking like? How's the hood looking like? How's the hood? Okay. Let's look at Robinhood. Might be in one of our weekly movers. We watch list. My. Let's look at my last support resistances. My goodness. Price doing what price does best. I ain't looked at Robinhood in a minute though. All right. Currently, price broke this on a higher time frame. Okay, I like what Robinhood's doing. High, lower high. I mean, lower low. This is a lower high, then a lower high, a lower low, equal low. Then we create a new higher high. Came back a little bit. Look how Robinhood is respecting price action right here. Robinhood is respecting price action. We'll continue on that side. Let's do this. Oh my God, I have not done that in a long time. Ew. Rub moves. Robinhood. What did it make last time? We made $1 billion in Q4. Revenues expect to go down, but hopefully guidance are great. Let's look at Robinhood, man. Let's look at Hood's financials for real. Let's look at Robinhood's financial prices at $50. Income statement, revenue. Look at the revenue growth, which is great. Net income is growing. They went from losing money to making money. It's just great work. 2024 was a great year for Robinhood. Cash flow, 2024 went a little, in the red a little bit for 170 million. But let's look at the balance sheet. Oh, total asset to debt ratio, looking pretty good. Shareholders equity. So overall, the cash flow growth has slowed down in 2024. Let's look at what the stats are saying. The beta, price change. What's the forecast? Forecast is very far in between. Price could go either high as 110 as of April, the 12-month outlook. So, or it can go as low as $32. But Robinhood still, very versatile. But I like the way price is at this resistance right now, right above it too. This long-term resistance. Let's put the 4-hour up one more time. And then this is really not a resist. It's like a support to turn into a resistance. So right here. But now this is the new resistance. this old support turn into resistance at this level. Price is literally right above it. Like this is, I'm gonna call it the 4 hour resistance. That price is above. I don't know. Targets can be right here. That could be our targets, but within the hourly though, I want price to break above this resistance. Then we can see price push back to this old highs. Yeah. Let's go to. So Robinhood looks good. What about eBay? eBay, not really interested. What's the price movement? Whatever. What about Visa? Visa having a little nice recovery. Snap. Yeah, Snap getting fried. Earnings. Not all that. What is this? Nope. What about cake? Cheesecake Factory. Not really interested. Meta is dropping. Okay. What about estimates? So price. Ooh, I like Meta too. Ain't gonna lie. I like how Meta is looking, and this is tomorrow. Tomorrow after market close. So how about price of Microsoft? Microsoft making 60 billion. I need to put more money in Microsoft. Price. Then we had a downtrend, but look, let's go to our Magnificent Seven. So we have Apple, 1, 2, 3 Magnificent Seven. I cannot find another one. Oh, that's the Magnificent Seven are dropping their earnings. AMT, American Tower, and beat earnings. Guidance part of been great. Cisco. But let's look at Meta and Microsoft. So I'm gonna go to my orange list. Meta dropping earnings tomorrow. Thing is, price is underneath this support, this daily support, and look how much price is respecting this support on Meta. Like tapped it. Telling you, just tapped it. Then went straight down to the ground. Damn. If I only knew. But can't be upset about that. But I see one thing about here. I can see another opportunity to, buy in back above this resistance or support. And I like this right here. B. A lot. I like yellow. I get away from yellow. Actually, I know why I got away from. Can't see that shit. Go back to black. Price says this resistance, but we already got a little indication here. So I feel like price might push back into the support level once we are above this 330 level, 333 level. We're gonna be popping. We're gonna be popping like hot grease. We're gonna be popping like hot grease. So I like how that's looking. No trade zone. It's this opportunity. It's this opportunity. So one thing too, like let's say you missed this like fall initially, but guess what? There's more opportunities down here. Like you could have sold here again, So never really get too caught up on missing a trade. There's always going to be more opportunities. You just got to be prepared. You got to prepare yourself for the next opportunity. So I feel like price might cross here tomorrow. We might, I want price to go crazy. I feel like Meta might go crazy. I feel like Meta is gonna go crazy in the fourth quarter. Earnings are dropping literally Wednesday afternoon, and then boom, looking at Microsoft. Let me clear the drawing because there's some ugly drawings. It's on a 4 hour. 4 hour. I see that price has this resistance right here. Price has that resistance. Have the support level. And see the power, and then let me show you the power of just power of recharting is crazy because like I love this. Like we may, but like just for prepare ourselves for the future, better opportunities for the future. We got to clear that up. There's plenty of opportunities over there, but you got to clear up your charts, man, for sure. You got to clear up them charts at the support level right here. Price point underneath. Let's put the resistance level right here. And put the support level right here. I love how Microsoft is looking, ain't gonna lie. It's right on this resistance. Price has been trying to push past this 395 level, and it has kind of failed to break. So I don't know, I like it. But you know, we have had indication below our support that we are currently drawing up, you know. So but I like that price is also um market structure. Might not be the prettiest, but hopefully we break this. So that's my two picks. I like Meta. I like Metas, and then I also like a Microsoft, especially if we break above this resistance. I'm gonna put a alert here. Yep, and I'm put an alert here too. Great trading opportunities. Great trading opportunities above that resistance. Even though we have indication on the downside. So yeah. Other than that, I'm about to just back test, man. I'm about back test. About back test, 20 minutes. And while I back test, just gonna try to remember. I'm gonna try to remember one key thing. Try to remember one key thing is that I am going to write my rules again because I probably deleted them. So I probably haven't deleted. Boom. So I'm gonna write them again. I'm gonna write them again, just in case y'all fools don't remember. So first rule is buy above resistance. Above resistance. Second rule is sell below support. Third rule, don't trade. Don't FOMO trade, man. So I can copy this, delete the rest, paste this. Boom. Ew. I right clicked, paste. Get out of here. Shortcut king, man. You gotta utilize your shortcuts, man. Makes you a more efficient worker. Makes you more efficient. Gotta be efficient. I'm preparing myself right now. Like this live streams. Boom. Maybe if I So I want support, very small support, support, new control tab. All right. Let's see. We got a great push above the resistance. Okay. Dismiss that. Can't pay too much. So selling below the support. Even though it's a tight support resistance. But might be some pullback ahead of us. Might be some pullbacks coming up. See. Nope. Price breaks it overnight. Can't do nothing about it. I already mentioned that, our resistance is not valid overnight. SL is not valid overnight. Price action just moves like that. So let's see this. And then I'm gonna adjust my resistance. I'm gonna adjust it to this level. Why am I adjusting it? Because I see price break this level more than the other areas. Being patient. Gonna let market do its thing. Not trying to force it. All right, some below the support. Price is barely below support though. So it might not be a good trade. Price came back in. It is what it is. I stomped out. Not tripping. Controlling all emotions. We already had 2 indication that price wants to come below this level. Okay. Buying above the resistance, $100. So 1 to 3. Price is consolidating heavy this level. Can't player hate. Be patient more. Gotta be more patient. Buy above the resistance again. Gotta let price do its thing. Be patient with it. Dang. Am I getting cooked on live air right now? On the live airways? Let's see. There we go. Move it to stop loss. That's gonna continue downward. There we go. I'm taking my money. Boom. Look at that. I faked out twice above this low resistance. I faked out. Right here. But we had these 2 indicators. Price came back below. Took that trade. And now we kind of near back at break even. Hey, sometimes it works like that. Losses gotta get paid off. Could have drawn over support right here. But you know what? Missed that chance. It is what it is. Okay. I'm draw it right now. So below this support right here, and within the stop loss. Oh well. Damn. Price overnight got stomped out. Take one more trade underneath support. Doesn't work. Gotta be more patient. Let price be. Take my money. Take it. Look at this crazy wick candle. Price moving like crazy. Hey, be like that. I feel like price wants to continue upside. But let's see if it crosses over the support level though. Being patient, letting price buy right above the resistance, give it $1,000 cushion. And I feel like price wants to go get above that level. There we go. There we go. You know what? YOLOing it. Boom. Taking that bread, clapping it up. Yep, whatever. Doesn't matter now. Let's see. Price is back above this level, and I feel like price definitely wants to get back above this resistance again. If not, we might resell off. But let's see. We gotta be patient. Yep. Continues upwards. Okay. You know what? Give it a $700 cushion, $2,000 payout. And I'm prepared for the loss. I was prepared for that loss. All right, this price gonna be more patient with it. And boom. Dang. Is what it is. Give it a might be chasing. Might be chasing. Well, let's actually give it a little type play. Yeah, I was chasing. Pay for it. Like that. 7. Let's go. Damn. No. Wanted to re-enter. But price damn near wake me out. It is what it is. Losses are part of the game. Okay, it's 2 wiki right here. Damn, see the hard luck. Sometimes trading can just be tough, you know? Trading can be tough. I was buying, but I kept getting wicked out. Didn't give it enough space. It is what it is. Being patient. Darn. Just make my $100 though. A little hundo. Bearish engulfing above the resistance. Let's ride. Darn. Keep getting stomped out. It is what it is. Give me one more green candle. Nope. Need one more. There we go. Like that. Let's give it some 1,000 to 3,000. 1 to 3. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh. They need support. Oh my. Let it shine. Market just cooking me right now. Cooking my impatience. So good. Mm-mm. Damn. Need support. Could have. Market is consolidating. Let me just be patient. Let me be patient. Bruh. Consolidation. It's consolidating. Gosh. Last Thursday, all the way to Tuesday, price hasn't gone anywhere. Straight up consolidating. Are we done with consolidating? I'm not a consolidating trader, man. You can see I don't like when price consolidates. There we go. Damn, consolidation sucks. Oh my goodness. Oh, shoo. Damn, price consolidated. Uh, no trading zone. Resistances. Support. Market structure. Long ago. Where price want to go? Need more. Need more evidence. Not FOMOing. Not FOMOing. No FOMO. See where it is. No money. Oh. Oh. Yo, you like to consolidate. Brother. Oh, brother. Oh, this guy's. Thanks. Ah, pain. So much pain. Oh, no pain, but whatever. Bam, cuz. Literally touched it and crashed, landed. Just trying to catch a quick trade. What the? Yo. What the? Yo, that's actually crazy. I can't even make that up, man. I can't even make that up, man. I can't even make that up. I can't even make that up. If I wasn't recording, nobody would have believed me. If I wasn't recording, nobody would believe me. And look, bruh, shot clock cheese. Shot clock cheese, man. That was a crazy, crazy, bruh. Crazy. Mm-mm-mm. If I was recording, nobody would believe me. Uh, uh. Boom. Yo, we live. But thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate all the time. Look out for Wingstop. Wingstop. Look out for Wingstop, man. But I'm really more excited for Microsoft, Meta, and Hood tomorrow. Maybe maybe eBay, Apple, Amazon. Oh shit, that's four. Four Magnificent Seven. I missed Amazon. Amazon. Let me look up Amazon actually. Amazon, y'all. Oh wow, totally above the resistance. Man, totally above the resistance. But let me redraw it. Let me remark it. Let's go on a 4-hour. Have a more clear look. So there was this crazy support that held up for a couple weeks here. A little bit. Yeah, black. And we're gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a daily support. Yep. The port. Ooh. Support turned into a resistance though. On a 4-hour. See it. We're approaching it so slightly. On a 1-hour. On a 1-hour time frame. I don't know, I don't really see much. Like, see how this is like kind of cooked. We don't have a support really. Don't have a support really, but I have a resistance. We have a resistance for sure. Have a resistance here. Boom. I found support, but I really can't. I'm trying to do like a 2 hour maybe. Hour. Maybe I just I'm gonna sit right there. Amazon. We got Apple too. Apple's above resistance. Go on this one day. Analyzing this real quick. Got this daily support here. So our target possibly here. Let's go on a 4 hour. I pull respecting price action. Yeah, it might break above this level. Boom. Yeah, I like it. I like it. The earnings is dropping, so that's it. On the trades. Love y'all. Peace, 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 peace. Be with y'all. F copyright, man. Push my damn stream. YouTube and TikTok. Uganda Trades is out. Great stream. Learned a lot. Lessons on top of lessons. And you were entertained the whole way through. Thank you.